everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Classic Gamer Bobby, and on today's episode of Retro One and Done, we're going to be playing Earthworm Jim on the Sega CD. Let's check it out. Alright guys, let's get this started. When's the last time anybody's seen this intro screen for a console? Let alone how many of you guys have ever seen this intro screen, right? But this is the Sega CD. We're going to be playing Earthworm Jim on it. We're going to give it a go, see how it does. I haven't played this game in a long time. When I originally played this game, I remember playing it on the Super Nintendo first. Of course, I played Earthworm Jim and Earthworm Jim 2 on the Super Nintendo. And around that time, they released, this was back in the early 90s, they also released a version of this game for the Sega CD. Now, this was supposed to be like the best top-of-the-line version of this game. More frames of animation, it had CD quality music. That was kind of the selling point for the Sega CD. It wasn't its own standalone console, it was an add-on to the Sega Genesis. So you had to have this power dock station, and you had the Sega Genesis, then you had the Sega CD on this thing that would be plugged up into one unit. Of course, there were other add-ons for it as well, like the Sega 32X, which plugged on top of the Genesis. So by, the end of the day, you just had this big amalgamated monster of a console, and each part of that console had its own dedicated power source. So that meant you needed 3 different plug-in outlets just to play the Genesis, the Sega CD, and the 32X, which was insane. And that was kind of the whole hassle of the Sega CD add-on, the Sega 32X add-on. But the positives of the Sega CD, like I said, it allowed for full motion video in games. So if anybody doesn't remember what that is, that's like more or less like if you remember old PC games and you would see this real raw, grainy video footage in the game on your PC. That's what full motion video is. It also allowed for CD quality sound. And at the time, it was kind of revolutionary for games to have that. And of course, this was all right before, we've got the N64 and the Sony PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. So CD console gaming was still kind of new at the time. So let's see if we can get started here and play a few levels. Now, if we're talking about Earthworm Jim alone, I've got some fond memories of this game. Like I said, the first time I played it, it was so long ago. I was probably maybe 11 or 12. And just the animations, the humor in the game, was, bar none, some of the best at the time, because you have to remember in the early 90s, we had things like Ren and Stimpy, shows like that, and things like Agro Monsters, and these were supposed to be kids' cartoons that, they wouldn't even show or air nowadays because everything's so kid-friendly now, There's my whip. There, okay. Had to figure out the controls. And as you can see, it's animated really well. Whoop. Didn't want to do that, but okay. Let's see if I can... Yeah, he can use his head as like a helicopter. He can use it as a whip. We're gonna drop down here real quick, and the humor in this game is weird, right? So if you notice, look at him right there. Does all these funny animations and stuff. We gotta launch this cow off, right, so we can continue forward with the game. I'm gonna shoot the refrigerator here, and cow has been launched. Oh, froze. See if I can get in this little... Almost. Oh. Can't get down there. There is a way to get down there. Ooh, almost had it. But, leads to a secret. But let's keep going. Alright, so let's jump up here. Dang, what was it? Yeah, that's the button, okay. And we're gonna try and get a secret real quick, if I can do it right. The controls in this game aren't the best, I'm not gonna lie. Controls are not that good. Ah, see that moose head? That's where we need to go. A lot of the timing and exploration of this game is fairly difficult, so... You can whip onto hooks and things like that. What's down here? Hey, we got some ammo! A lot of things that Earthworm Jim says is hilarious too. I hate those dogs. Hey, see if we can't get those guns right there. Or ammo, I mean. This game was originally developed by Interplay. Ah, you... whip you. There we go. That's how we do it. It's been a while since I played this game. No. There we go. Drop down here. Grab that health. Shoot that guy. Now I can go up here, or... Can I go back down? I can't go back down. You're stuck, ladies and gentlemen. This? Oh, almost. Yeah, I guess we're not gonna get that either. Maybe you have to jump over there? I don't know. Again, the controls in this game. Yeah, that's what we had to do. Of course, if we would have went that way, we could have got that ammo, but not a big deal. It's not like we need it. We got a checkpoint, and this guy is killing us. Get off me. And I missed it. Try it again. Ah, this game's bringing back memories, man. The early 90s, just growing up as a kid. All the crazy cartoon shows that they had on Nickelodeon at the time, you know. Summertime. Going out playing with friends, stuff like that. Those were the good times. Are you serious? This is what I mean by hilarious animations. Dine and dash on me, I guess. Right? Ah, you guys take so much... There's so much energy. Anything else down here? No. Cool thing is, the enemies don't respawn, I don't think. Get off me. Slide around everywhere. This is cool. Alright, so... Yeah, that's what I want to do. Crows are everywhere! Not today, sir. There we go, that's what I need. Get some health back. Alright. Oops. Didn't want that to happen. But it did. This guy is like savage, look at him. This one wants to take a chunk out of me, man. Come on, get the life. There we go. Get the ammo. Over here. Alright, so we can't go that way. This is the boss area, if I do believe, or mid-level. Take him out real quick. Yeah. Grab some health. And be on our merry way. That little item I got right there just fully restores your health. Nothing fancy. We need those though. And I think we're about to come up on the boss stage. Okay, apparently I warped somewhere. The Sega CD version of Earthworm Jim does have some subtle differences, other than having more frames of animation and, you know, CD quality music. It also has extra levels. Now this is supposed to be a bonus level of sorts, but I'm not too sure what I do here. Let's see. Okay, apparently I got a slingshot and jump. Yeah, that's not difficult. Yeah, this was not in the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis version. So let's go up here. Where does it take us? Top of the slide. I wanted to get to continue. Boy, this is just not working with me. Am I going backwards? I am. Why am I going backwards? Where do I go? There we go. Progress. Alright, so we got the checkpoint. Stud or wimp? Do stud. See what I'm made of. And we died. Alright. That makes sense. Let's try it one more time. Now how are you supposed to make that? Alright. For the sake of the video, we're going to take the easy route out, so we can continue along and see more of the level. Alright, bam. Bam. Alright, so I got my suit back. I'm nude. That's... Oh man, the voice acting in this game. Good stuff. Makes me chuckle. Alright, are we at the boss yet? Alright, here we go. So I gotta whip the crate, let it hit him, avoid all these craziness. If I shoot him, it does nothing. He just sits there and makes fart noises with his armpit. We gotta hit him with the boxes, actually. So, it's not easy to avoid this stuff, so I'm just tanking it right now. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Alright. I think this might be the last one. No. Alright, so I'm going to time it. Seriously. Got it. There we go. So we defeated the boss. I have no idea what his name is. But he looks like he's well fed, so good on him. So we jump on our little rocket and we take off, I guess, to a bonus stage, maybe the second level, I'm not sure. There's a password screen. Cool. Groovy. Nice. Alright. Yep. This is a bonus stage, so... I gotta give the developers of this game credit. This is... The music in this game is amazing. Oop. So I gotta collect all these little orbs here. Whoa, and I have to beat this guy. We're in a race, so... Field orb. Okay. Later, dude. 2, 3. I keep hitting asteroids. Get away from me. Missed that. Alright, that might help us out a little bit. That character that was in the yellow jumpsuit that I'm racing against, if I remember correctly, his name is Jim Crow. He's not the main bad guy of this game, but he is kind of like Earthworm Jim's arch rival, his nemesis. But he's not the main bad guy of the game. And when this game came out, they actually had a whole comic devoted to Earthworm Jim. I think that's how it started initially. So it was either the game that came out first and then the comic, or the comic and then the game. I can't quite remember. But I do remember owning the comic, and it was a pretty cool comic. I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna stop it right here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Earthworm Jim Sega CD version of it. I would say controls not that great. The graphics, the voiceovers, the music, the sound effects, that's all there. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably, as far as holding it up as for today's standards, if you're going to check out Earthworm Jim at all and on any system, I recommend trying to check it out on the Sega CD. If not, check it out on the Super Nintendo. It's the next best version, in my opinion. And it controls just a little bit better, I do believe. But if I'm going to rate this game 1 to 10, I'd probably have to give it a 7. So it's definitely, worth a look. If you're into like zany humor, retro 90s cartoons, things like that, definitely check this game out. It'll be right up your alley. So, and again, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Stick around because I'm going to be having a lot more content coming your way. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed everything. And remember, guys, until next time, keep on gaming.